Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Tuesday, December 13th, 2022. Stand up for your country. Interesting program that is, I think, going to help you tonight personally, not only by adding to your knowledge, but also we got to do some predicting for next year because, you know, things are a little bit tough, not just in the USA, but around the world. So we brought in some people that I've known for years, and they're going to put together hey, this is the likely scenario. And I think you're going to want to hang around. You might want to get a pen and paper for this. But the talking points memo is also very personal, surviving in the Biden economy. Okay, so yesterday we went over the grim details that have not been reported, and I've looked. $7 trillion with a T in personal wealth in America has been lost in the first 3 quarters of this year. $7 trillion. That's not swamp money. That's not GNP. It's not any of that. That's you and me, okay? Bank accounts shrinking, home values shrinking, inflation taking away any kind of investment opportunities we might have with discretionary income, all of that. $7 trillion, all right? Now, that is the worst decline since the Great Depression of 1929. That's serious business, and it should be front page and the lead story on every television program, but it isn't, because it reflects terribly on the Biden administration, and that's the simple fact. Stock market down about 25%. In fact, at one point today, 800-point swings. I mean, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. And I'm going to tell you in a moment, you know, how to handle this. So, I mean, my advice, you don't have to take it, of course. And real wages, that means even though you're getting raises, most of you, spending power is down. So real wages right now, according to Fortune magazine, which studies this stuff, are down 3%. The other sets I gave you from the Federal Reserve. The U.S. government is telling you that $7 trillion has been carved off personal wealth in this country, and money is power. So as you get older, you need assets to protect yourself from disease, from any kind of maladies that may befall you. You need money to live. You need all kinds of things to protect yourself. If you don't have it, you're powerless. And I get letters every day from people who are in that circumstance. Now, next year, U.S. home prices are projected to fall 4%. That will be the worst decline since 2012. So you got a lot of equity in your home, and you had it up to here. It's coming down. And it's easy when you raise interest rates, as the Biden administration has to do to strangle inflation, then fewer people are going to buy homes at the high interest rate. So, I mean, it's, you know. And home sales can be harder to sell your home if you have to. You're going to be down 16%. That's a prediction. And the consumer price index is up so far this year about 7%. It's more than that. But gas prices are coming down, okay? And that's moderating the inflation a little bit. Why are they coming down? Well, very quietly, again, unreported, the Biden administration lifted many of the fossil fuel restrictions it put in when Mr. Biden was inaugurated. So they just took them off very silently. It's easier to harvest and refine oil now than it was. So that's huge, okay? And then the oil reserves have been released into the public, and the U.S. government gets that money, all right, at the price of barrel oil. All that has lowered it. So it's down right now to about $3.25 a gallon. Okay, this is, a year ago it was $3.33. This is good news. Perhaps the only good news the Biden administration has on the economic front. Now, why then did the midterms go the Democrats' way? Because we are a nation of 2 tribes. And this is very, very important for you to understand. And I'm not being arrogant or supercilious or professorial here, but very, very few Americans understand this. We are divided into 2 tribes. We're all Americans, citizens, except for the 12 million illegal immigrants here who are in tribe number 2. And I'll get to that in a moment. So tribe number 1 is invested in the system. That means that you have a house, you have a job, you have a structure, you believe in capitalism, you believe in the Constitution, you believe in traditional tenets that have made America strong. So you are invested in the system that we have had since 1789, okay? And you have a stake in it, a financial stake in it. So your house is your stake. If you buy stocks and bonds, if you have 401ks, if you have college funds for the kids, you're invested in the system, okay? Tribe number 1. I submit that most of you watching and listening to me today are in that tribe. You are invested in this country and you are disturbed on what is happening here. Tribe number 2, totally different. They don't own property, generally speaking. They live in rentals, okay? They are low-wage earners. They don't have a lot of assets. They don't invest in the stock market. They don't have a lot of discretionary income. They don't have a lot of education, okay? They just get by. Now, tribe number 2, I'm not disparaging that tribe. They love their country. I'm assuming many of them, perhaps most, love their country, but a substantial minority don't, okay? And they don't have any loyalty to tribe number 1 or traditional America. They want change that benefits them. Because for whatever reason, and some of it's beyond their control, if you are a child raised in a derelict home where your parents are horrible, then you're going to be up at a disadvantage. And you may turn out to be as horrible as your parents, because that's what you know, that's what you see, that's what you experience. So tribe number 2, they depend on the government, okay, for everything almost. They don't pay taxes. They're below the poverty line and the line for income tax. They have to pay taxes on stuff they buy and things like that, but they don't pay income tax. There's no investment in the country. It's, okay, I got to survive. And the government's going to give me stuff, so I'm buying into this progressive vision. I'm buying into socialism. I'm buying into that because I can or won't compete in capitalistic society. I don't have enough education. I don't like it. It's too hard. Whatever it may be. This tribe is growing much faster than tribe number 1. The collapse of the public school education system has taken away incentive to climb the ladder. That's what I had. I didn't have any money when I was a kid, but I had an education and I put it to good use. Now, in the inner cities in particular, education collapsed. These kids are sitting there, they're not learning anything, particularly not learning discipline, which you need to compete in a capitalistic society. So this crew, number 2, the tribe, don't have any loyalty at all. And when they go to the polling place to vote, and they do vote because the Democrats rustle them up and register them, okay, they vote for whoever's going to give them the stuff. And the Democratic Party and the progressive movement are going to give them the stuff. And the more progressive we get, the more socialistic we get, the more stuff they get by income redistribution. See? That's the profound change. It used to be most Americans wanted to climb the ladder of self-reliance and success. That is no longer the case, and that is why the progressives want the open border, because the people coming in here, most of them are desperately poor, and they're going to need the government to help them, and they're going to vote for the parties that give them the most stuff, the most help. And so you flood the zone with people who have no tradition. They don't understand how America was formed and how it rose to become the greatest country in the world. Most of them don't understand that. No tie at all. That's what the open border is all about. Flood them in, more of them, so that tribe number 2 grows. Okay, so that's the lesson. And that should answer almost every question about the midterm and going forward. Now, the only thing that reverses that is a catastrophe, which we may see next year. I mean, this economy, this is like this. When you got a stock market going up and down 800 points in a day, there's a problem. Okay, a fundamental problem. I haven't bought a stock. I can't even remember the last time I bought a stock. I'm holding, and that is the last part of the memo. What do you do in the Biden economy? Nothing. It's painful, but I'm banking on the greatness of America that it will come back. I don't know when, but if I sell now, I lose forever. And you're never going to time the upswing. You'll never get it because there'll be a false upswing and then it'll go down again. You can't do it. You just can't. So if you have stocks, bonds, investments, 401s, hold it. Tough it out. Best advice I could ever give you. There is a concerted effort to intimidate and silence conservative thinkers, rewrite American history, and replace our God-given individual liberty with big government controls. The very freedoms secured by our Constitution are now being threatened by the most liberal leftists our nation has ever seen. They have failed to secure our borders, weakened our position on the global stage, are trying to indoctrinate and corrupt our children in school, and the list goes on and on. But there are plenty of patriots with the courage to stand up to the far left. AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization in the USA. I am a member, and I hope you will join as well. AMAC members have access to money-saving benefits, a robust website and mobile app, and a magazine filled with all kinds of great content. So please join AMAC today at amac.us and tell them O'Reilly sent you. That's amac.us. Let's go to the message board and the mail. So Sean says, according to NBC, Biden had 2 choices and he chose Brittany Griner. Now, we all know that story was retracted, but we also know in our hearts it was true, no matter what Biden says. Sean, you're believing what you want to believe. There was no way that Biden could have gotten that Marine out, that ex-Marine. Putin was not going to do it unless it was an astronomical concession by the USA. Sharon, I totally agree with you on price gouging, O'Reilly. I remember my mother in the 1960s going along with boycotting meat because of the high prices, and it worked. Don't buy this stuff if you think you're going to get gouged. Don't. That'll bring it down. Randall, some restaurants seem to think they can make up for slower sales by ripping off loyal customers. And I have seen this myself. Instead, they need to think of ways to hold the line. I'd have no problem with slightly smaller portions. I'm not going, so I'm not bartering. If I think a restaurant or a deli or anything is gouging, out. Rich Jocelyn, Norwalk, Connecticut. Hey, Bill, I was in New York City this weekend. They wanted $31 for a plastic cup of wine at the Place Chicago. Okay? You don't need that. There's no way you need that. Tom O'Reilly, way to go, Tom. Davenport, Florida, reading your column today, you used the word staggering. I visited New York City this weekend. It was indeed staggering the amount of secondhand marijuana smoke I was forced to inhale simply walking down the street. It's a disgrace. Whole city's collapsing. And that doesn't mean you can't come here. There are very good things in New York City, but you got to be forewarned. Lori Boykin, Edgefield, South Carolina. Hey, Bill, I watched your clips with Chris Cuomo, very lively. I do wish you'd get a few more words in. Well, look, I'm going to be on there again Wednesday, tomorrow, between 8, 8:15 in that realm. And we're holding our own on that. And it's growing. Believe me, the ratings are very good for that segment. Jim Borman in McAllen, Texas. Several weeks ago, you said you enjoyed drinking Chowa tea. Because of you, I bought it and I'm trying it. How'd you find out about it? It's a Japanese tea. My cultural studies. Chowa is CHO-WA. It's the worst tasting stuff in the world, but it raises your immune system. It absolutely raises your immune system. Put a little honey in there, but that's how I found out about it. I'm a student of the world. All right, let's go to the Christmas store. So we are out of a bunch of stuff, but I'm not going to dwell on that. We still have most of our great mugs. Okay, I think we're out of the white one, but we got the blue and the red. Stand Up for Your Country. These are the best selling, beside the books. I mean, the books are just flying out. So we got that grade 3 pack, Killing the Mob, Killing the Killers, and Killing the Legends, $35 off. And we have the Christmas ornaments. We have all kinds of stuff. We have not raised our prices this year at all for anything, in deference to you. Now, Friday is the last day for ground shipping. Wednesday, December 21st, 2-day shipping. You got to pay for it. And Thursday, December 22nd, next day shipping. But, get it by Friday. You go in there, get everything, because we're selling a lot of stuff. And the final thing is me and Holly, a lot of questions about this. There it is. You want to frighten your neighbors? Now look at that dog. Come on. All right. All of that in the BillO'Reilly.com Christmas store. Word of the day, happy Saturnine, Saturniне. Okay, back with the final thought in a moment. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years. Interest rates skyrocketing. We all know that. Market experts like Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, not only predict a recession, but are using scary terms like economic hurricane and unprecedented. So, you need to call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Please call them today, and they will have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers, are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Here is the final thought of the day. This is the season to be overwhelmed. I got overwhelmed yesterday. It was just like insane. Every 2 minutes. I got this, but I don't play around on this. This is people coming in, wanting stuff, asking for stuff, whatever. It's just ping, 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 ping. And then I got to, organize the holidays here on Long Island. And I got to figure out what to get who and Christmas bonuses for the staff, and then the editorial stuff, radio, TV. I'm writing the Killing book. We'll announce it next week what the title is, the last one. And, you get overwhelmed. So, easy solution. Easy solution. Take a walk. Doesn't cost a dime. I take the terror dog out. Even if the terror dog doesn't want to go out. Go. Corgi's a little. Take a walk. Doesn't have to be long. Breathe deeply. Don't worry about anything on the walk. Think about stuff that makes you happy. Sing a song. Deck the halls, whatever. That's the way to get things down. Thanks for watching the No Spin News and listening on the radio. We will see you tomorrow. If you are stuck in a timeshare and you haven't called Lone Star Transfer yet, what are you waiting for? Lone Star Transfer has helped more than 16,000 happy customers. They are family-owned, have a 99% success rate. Their process is done legally, ethically, and quickly. I mean, does it get better than that? The team at Lone Star Transfer will keep you informed every step of the way until you are legally and permanently released from your timeshare. So, don't pay another penny for a timeshare you don't use. Get peace of mind today with Lone Star Transfer. They guarantee the release of all liability to your timeshare in writing and in a specific time frame. Give Lone Star Transfer a call for a free no-obligation consultation. 855-551-7066, 855-551-7066, or online at lonestartransfer.com.